Welcome to this episode of the Coaching Circle. And today I'm diving into a foundational concept around money that will really transform the way you think about money, and especially money in your business, because this is one of the biggest challenges I see when people start their business and they have big goals and they think, yeah, I'm going to start this business and I want to be able to make six figures or multiple six figures, or I just want to be able to replace my income. But then discover that that doesn't happen so quickly and they're not really sure why. But this is one of the reasons why. Money loves a plan. Money loves a plan, right? So if you don't have a plan for your money, how do you know how much money you need to make, why it's even important for you to make that money or anything else? And often people just think, oh, I just need enough money to pay the bills. And if that is your most consistent thought, well, then that's all you'll ever make for yourself. But when you give your money a clear purpose and a pathway, it works for you. It wants to come and join you and go on that journey with you. Without a plan, it's really easy to feel like you're just spinning your wheels and wondering why the abundance that you're meditating on isn't showing up. And so this is something that I dive really deep into in my program Business Alchemy, which is a very transformative experience designed to completely shift how you think about money, your mindset in business, and the structure that you've put in your life and business, so that you're not in that place of stress and hustle, but you actually feel supported in a way that feels really good. This is something I'm super passionate about because I've been there in that startup phase and struggling and feeling like I didn't know what I was doing and not really making enough money and all those kinds of things. And eventually, the hard way over the years, I learned how to actually create a business for myself that feels good. Like I love my business. I truly love my business, and it pays me well. It gives me freedom. I work with all these amazing clients, and I get to share information that I've learned and that I'm really passionate about helping other people with as well. But I wanted to share this with you today on here on the podcast, that money loves a plan, because it's such important information and it can really change the way that you think about money. Now, if we think about, well, why does money need a plan, right? If you've ever felt like money just seems to like slip through your fingers, or, maybe you feel like, you have some really good months of income in your business, but by the end of the month, you're left thinking like, well, but where did it all go, right? Or maybe like you're just always just in that space of just making enough to get by, but it just never feels like you're truly thriving. Well, then this is the thing that is happening here. And one of the things that we hear a lot that I don't really agree with is when people say money is just a tool. It's like, no, like my Apple Pencil is just a tool. I don't have any like concerns about that, whether I can have it or not, right? My phone is just a tool. My laptop's just a tool. There's things that are tools. Money is not just a tool. It's a relationship that you have. And just like every other relationship in your life, there's certain ways that you need to be able to show up so that that relationship is a healthy one. And it always comes from the inner work that you need to do with yourself, just as it does with your partner. Like when we think about relationships, relationships aren't necessarily just for the purpose of making us happy. They're for the purpose of us seeing where we have some personal growth to do. Right? Money, we can think about money just like this. Just like any relationship, your relationship with money thrives on having clear intention, care, and clear communication in that relationship. Without a plan, it's very easy to feel disconnected from your financial goals and just be in that space of wondering, why isn't this abundance that I desire, why isn't it showing up? I'm doing all the meditation. I'm sitting there and I'm lighting my candles and I'm doing all those things. Why isn't it showing up? Well, because we need to bring it into reality. And in reality, we are clear on our numbers, we have plans, and numbers measure reality, right? If we're not looking at our numbers, we don't have a plan, well, then we're not going to bring these desires into reality. This is really, really important. So a solid plan really helps you to define your financial goals, and really it helps you to know, and this is really key, it helps you to know the importance of the money that you want to make, so you're motivated to make that money and not just scrambling when the bills come in. Okay, because if you're not really clear on what is it that's important to me that I would do with the money that I earn, then you're not going to be motivated to make it, right? Most people only realize money is important to them when they've got to pay the bills and they don't have enough of it, right? That's a strategy that will only get you so far as to pay the bills. And the other thing that you need to do with a plan for money is to really track so that you know where you're at, and at any time you can adjust, okay? Because like I said, numbers are a measurement, right? Money is represented by numbers. We have to track that, measure where are we in relation to what our goal is or what our plan is. And this is something that it applies to money, but it applies to so much of business. And this is why, in Business Alchemy, it's not just another business coaching program. It's not just about copywriting or marketing or sales. It's completely about transforming the way that you think about money, the way you think about your mindset and the mindset that's required for business and that business structure. And so then, when you're in a place in business, and this is why money comes up so much in business, because the purpose of business is to make money. That is the ultimate purpose of business. People might say, well, it's to help people. Yes, but you can have a hobby that helps people. You can have a charity that helps people. You can have a not-for-profit that helps people. A business, the business structure, the ultimate purpose for that is to make money. And you help people in that process, right? It's a vehicle that allows you to help people and to make money. And so that's the thing that we've got to be really clear about. And so what I've noticed over the many years I've been coaching business owners is that many people struggle with money because they believe that they're not a numbers person. Oh, I'm just not a numbers person. Or I'm just not a money person. And I've never been good with money. Right? Or, maybe you might feel like things like spreadsheets or like accounting software or, even the idea of tracking income and expenses, maybe it feels like a chore. Maybe it feels like a job that you don't even want to do. But these sort of struggles really stem from, number one, limiting beliefs, right? People have limiting beliefs, and limiting beliefs just mean that at some point in time, something happened, you were shown something, told something, you heard something, and you decided that it meant something, and you created a belief around that. So it could be, I'm not good with money. Could be money causes trouble. Could be money's too complicated. Could be like whatever, money is for other people. But it's all limiting beliefs. Anything that is not aligned with the truth of who you are, and the truth of who you are as an abundant being, is a limiting belief. Okay, so we're going to get clear about that. Also, these struggles come from people not having clarity. So not knowing where your money is going or how much you even need to create the outcomes that you want in your life. If you don't have clarity about that, it'll be a struggle. Other things that people struggle with is like fear of judgment. So people worry about, oh, I've made too many mistakes in the past, so I'll never be able to make money. Or maybe people fear judgment of what other people will even think of you if you were to make more money, or even just for wanting more money. Because often we have a lot of connections in our family or social groups that are around a certain social economic standing. And so sometimes it can be a threat to your perceived connections, right? It's all limiting stuff. It's not the truth. It's not the truth, right? If you're looking at true connections, anyone in your life that would be upset about you making more money than you do now, it's not a true connection. Don't worry about them. You can find other people that are happy for you to make more money. But this is where, we have to do this really deep work sometimes because it's usually way out of our awareness. And this is why I'm so passionate about this work because I've got 20 years experience in banking, finance, accounting, money coaching, that along with 10 years experience doing very, very deep mindset work. Like I'm an expert in mindset communication and human behavior. And those things combined make a very, very powerful set of skills when it comes to transforming how people approach money. And so this is where I go deep with people, right? Really digging into those beliefs, uncovering those root causes, what's at the root of the resistance, but replacing them with really empowering habits and strategies and a compelling vision of where you're going. Right? That's the really key thing. You've got to get a really clear, compelling vision of where you're going. So to forge a really healthy relationship with money, you really need to value money, right? You have to value money. You have to value what money can do and give money a plan of what that looks like. And, so often I hear people who don't value money and they say, oh, I don't really care about money. Money's not really that important to me. And like it's a bit of a holier than thou kind of badge of honor. But here's the truth. If you don't have money, you're going to find it very, very hard to live in today's world. Sure, there's people living off grid, fantastic. That's a very small minority. 99% of the world, especially in Australia, rely on money for you to have shelter, food, healthcare, recreation, everything else that you wish comes from money. So you would want to value money because it provides a lot of really important things for you. It doesn't mean that if you value money that you think money is more important to you than anything else in the world. No, it doesn't mean anything else. It doesn't mean like that at all. It's like saying that one of your kids is more important than the other one, or like, whatever, your friends are more important than the other friends. People can, all things in your life can have value. It doesn't mean because you value money that it's the most important thing above all else in your life. Even if it is good for you, it doesn't really matter. You just got to acknowledge that money is valuable to you, that it does provide you care. Because like I said, you're having a relationship with money. If you're saying you don't care about money, well, it's not going to stick around. Just as if any other relationship in your life wouldn't last long if you said that you didn't care about that relationship, right? So really got to forge this healthy relationship, value money, what it can do for you, and really have a successful money plan. So this means having real clarity on your numbers, right? How much money you want to earn in a year, what are the business expenses that you want to be able to cover, what are your personal financial needs and desires. So this can be anything from having a cleaner and a gardener, or getting your nails done, or going on holidays, or the clothes you want to wear, or the food you want to buy, or investing into your future, or being able to support charities or kids or extended family, whatever it is. However you want to spend your money, you've got to know what that is and how important it is to you, and have a plan about how much that is and how that works. And so remember that numbers are just measurements, and you use numbers in some way in your life now that you probably don't even realize. You might have lucky numbers. You might have passcodes. You might use a watch to measure time. It's all numbers, right? Money is also numbers. So we're going to stop making it something that's like seems more hard or difficult. It's not. It's something that you can very much understand and choose to have a really good relationship with. And then, of course, you also need to make sure that your offers are aligned and your offers are priced in a way that will meet your targets and the amount of time that you have available to deliver them. You might want to break down your annual goals into monthly and even weekly goals and targets so that, it's easier for you to know where you're at. I also highly recommend that you have regular money check-ins and set aside time in your week to review your income and expenses and the progress towards your goals. Really a chance to connect with your money and celebrate your wins and course correct if needed. Personally, for me, as someone who worked in banking for a long time and accounting, and being a money coach, I look at my money daily. Like all the time. I check all of my income, all of my expenses. I have alerts on my phone that let me know when money's coming into my account. I check all my invoices and receipts. I check all the transactions in my bank accounts because I want to make sure that my money is being looked after and it's being treated with respect. So I don't let people overcharge me or debit money out of my account that shouldn't be going or anything like that. Like, I look after my money. It's really important that I treat it in that way, just as I would look after, my own child, my partner, other people that are important to me. There's all kinds of templates and tools and things that I provide in Business Alchemy that really help you track your numbers and work out your net worth and how to track, stuff in your business, your income and expenses in your business and income goals, all those kinds of things. Because like I go so deep into this, and this is all the things that I do for myself. It's exactly how I went from making $0 in my account to making six figures and multiple six figures in my business. It's how, I've managed to go from being in debt to paying off all my debt and owning a home and investment property and going on holidays and cars and all those kinds of things, is by getting really serious about money. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, because sometimes people do have resistance to this, right? You might be thinking, oh, I don't like budgeting or tracking money, or I'm not good with numbers or whatever. But like I said, a lot of that is just limiting beliefs. And we have to remember that money is a relationship that you really need to nurture. And when you shift your beliefs and approach money with care, you create the space for abundance to flow naturally, right? Money's going to want to be able to be around you. So it's really important that you know how to identify any limiting beliefs that are holding you back, and choose to replace them with empowering beliefs that could be like, I want to become someone who handles money well, or I want to enjoy looking after money and growing my relationship with it. But you just need to start with one small action today and engage with your money plan. Small steps build momentum. And honestly, it's like as soon as you start, you will start getting clarity of where you're at and where you're going and how to get there. Action creates clarity. It's this the only way to go. So make sure that you just go through those actions, set your goals, break them down, make sure you know what offers you've got, how much you're charging, how long it takes to deliver those, check your money regularly. And look, if you really need some help with these strategies, reach out to me. Like I said, money and numbers are my jam. I just understand it extremely well, all the way through from the basics of accounting through to investing. Like, I'm so into money, making wealth, looking after money, managing expenses. The whole thing. It's been my whole bag for a very, very long time. And I love helping people understand money and their business in a very, very simple way. But that is all for today. I really hope that you've taken something out of this that will change the way that you think about money, and know that money is a relationship that becomes incredibly powerful when you pair that with clarity and intention and action. And when you have a plan, you're not just making money, you're creating freedom, you're creating impact, and you're creating a life that you love. And surely that is worth forging a healthy relationship with money for. Now, if you found this episode valuable, for sure subscribe and leave a review. Send me a message. I love it when I hear from you guys about this. But share it with someone who could use some financial clarity in their life, because so many people's problems revolve around money, and it's not necessarily that money is the cause of their problems, but it's often shows up as the symptoms of those problems, and it can impact people's well-being, their levels of stress, all kinds of stuff. And it doesn't have to be that hard. There is a solution. you can master your money, and it doesn't have to be about making millions of dollars. It can be mastering whatever amount of money you've got and doing in that way that feels good. So thanks for listening. And remember, money loves a plan, and it loves you when you build a safe space for it.